All right. 2 outs, 2 outs, 2 outs. Down to the last one here. Gleyber Torres. 1, 2, 2 and 2. 2 and 2. All right, bottom 9. Yankees are down 3-0. Whopping 2 base hits today. 2 hits today. Foul ball, Gleyber Torres.
2 base hits for the Yankees, 2 walks, so 4 base runners. The Yankees have not had a base runner in scoring position tonight.
Let's see. I'll be in the other room once this is over. So, 1 strike to go.
2 strikes, 2 outs.
And Gleyber Torres struck him out. Swung at the ball 8 feet outside the plate. And he struck him out. To lose the game, the Yankees lose 3-0 to the Chicago Cubs. So, all right. What's up, gang? Shout out to everybody in the chat, in the stream. This is what I can't stand, okay? Let's get this out of the way now. That, a couple things. The Yankees make average to decent pitchers look like they're Cy Young winners. And the Yankees, for some reason, find themselves in a losing streak the day before Garrett Cole's going to pitch. Happens way too often, and depending on him, which just puts more pressure on him to end the losing streak. And many times it's happened this year and other years. It's ridiculous. Something, please say something to cheer us up. Well, let's see. Let me think about that, Peanut. Rodon had a good debut. I was very happy to see Rodon went 5 innings into the 6th, 2 runs, 5 strikeouts, I think it was. Solid debut, so that's something to look forward to. And he had some fire in his belly, which we need too, because this other team, the rest of this team, especially the bats, mostly bats, are pitching like are playing like they have no interest at all. So, and again, if I'm Cashman, I'm making trades now. And I think the main reason why Franchy got called up instead of Estevan Flores because I think they want him to continue to kill it in AAA so they could trade him, increase his trade value as much as possible. It's the only thing I can think of. It's the really only thing I can think of. But well, shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We're on a damn 3-game losing streak, so yeah, we need Cole to stop the streak tomorrow, and I'm confident he will. But on another, potentially positive note, Cody Bellinger's on fire, and he seems to be the top Yankee outfield trade target at the moment. So that's good. That's good. Yeah, this is the problem. One of the problems. They're making average pitchers look really, really good far too often, right? Far too often. Again, I'd start making moves now. Now. If you're not going to call up guys, trade their asses, right? You got to add some weapons here. You got to add one or 2 starting pitchers. I'd say 1 right now. We got to replace Severino. Okay, and again, if they don't plan on re-signing Severino, I'm not moving him to the bullpen. I'm trading him. Get something back, even at the very least, some payroll relief by trading him. Don't put him in a bullpen. We have those guys. The Yankees can trade for more of those guys. So you might as well, if you're not going to re-sign and the relationship's already fractured, move on from him. That's it. So, yes, exactly, John B. Chevy's gone after this year. And again, the worst he hasn't been great, although he's familiar with the Yankees. That's all I can say, too. He's familiar with playing for the Yankees like he did the last 2 years. So he knows how to get dudes out here. So, but again, it's very frustrating. They're still 7 games over 500, but they're playing like they're 25 under 500. So they're sucking ass right now. James, it's a good question. What do Cashman and Hal really see in this team? They need to sit them both down and press them hard. Don't give them softball questions. Don't give them Yes Network questions. Let people ask them hard questions. Let them answer the hard questions. No bullshit. Put them on the spot. Yeah, they need to get embryo. Yeah, they need to get young. They need to get athletic. They need to get hungry. Okay, that's why I I want to bring up guys like Peraza and Chaparro. These guys are show fire. And again, and trade the guy like Gleyber Torres looks like he's just, basically pining or playing enough to get a big contract. Forget that. Yeah, let's hit. Definitely hit the like. If you're as pissed off as we are, hit the like buttons right now. Let's get to 100 likes as quickly as we possibly. We got 135 people in here already. Can everybody just smack the thumbs up and the like button? Just to share that we're all pissed off, because that was a putrid performance. I can say the Cubs team isn't that bad. Obviously, they've got a lot of talented players, but Yankees should be beating this team. All right? Period. And again, no, they're definitely not a poverty franchise. They're not a poverty franchise. But again, how many super duper duper rich cheap people do or exist? Boatloads of them. They want to keep all that money, right? Well, this is an example of this. It's crazy. I don't know if you saw the video I put out this morning. It was a fan-sided article. Talk about 4 essentially blow up the deadline moves that the Yankees should make. And the Yankees. I mean, it was a dog shit game. Shout out to everybody in here now, by the way. So we got a lot of folks in here, by the way. So Texas, the Emperor and the King of Texas. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you, sir. Yeah, it's just it's a damn shame. Losing is contagious, like just exactly, Dan. Exactly. Winning is contagious, just like losing. And again, we need more. We need a better attitude here. We need better energy. And I think they screwed up Rodon's debut, because Rodon did fight. He kept him in the game, and they didn't do anything for him. Anything. So it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It's the problem is too, like, Stanton's hot and then he's cold and then he's injured. He's hot and he's cold and he's injured. Or actually, he's hot then he's injured then he's cold. Hot then injured then he's cold. And like, we need more. But again, like one of the trades that was proposed in this article is to eat $30 or $40 million and to just trade Stanton somewhere and eat that much money to see if anybody would want to take him. The only way I can see a team willing to take might be, or as a possible, the Dodgers, because he's the only other team that he was willing to waive a no trade to, and I think it's contingent upon them not signing Shohei Ohtani. So I think that's the condition. Could be wrong there, but I can't see them getting Stanton and Ohtani. I'd be shocked if they did, honestly. But yeah, we feel the same thing about the Mets, right? They got a $360 million payroll, and they're even worse than us. So they're even worse than we are. But the offense, yeah, Brew. I mean, heck, this offense is embarrassing, man. Honestly, like I said, they need to be trading now. Now, though, I mean, whether Judge comes back healthy now or doesn't come back at all the season, he is not going to put them over the top by himself. It's not going to happen. Okay. Neither will trading for Ohtani. He's not going to put them in the World Series either. They need multiple moves on both sides of the spear here. They do. It's just, like I said, I'm not moving Severino to the bullpen. I'm trading him. I'm not DFAing him. I'm trading him because I want a team to give us a little bit of payroll relief. So there's a team out there that will take a chance on his arm because he still has a big arm, but he's no longer a fit in New York. Period. Or in the Bronx. Period. Okay. Yeah, shout out to everybody in here. Yeah. And if anybody's pissed off like we are, like Morning Brew is, like the rest of the folks are, hit the smash that like button, gang. I want to see how many people are pissed off. I want to get over 100 likes. So we have at least 100 pissed off people in this place. At least. Because this is bullshit right now. Yeah, the Mets and the Yankees. But we're talking about the Yankees. So, and again, props to Jameson Taillon for shutting these guys down. But he has 6-something ERA in the National League. Couldn't really get anybody out. But, of course, the Yankees make an average pitcher look like Sandy Koufax. Or Don Drysdale, whoever you want to call it. Like, it's ridiculous. Stanton's contract looks awful right now, Billy. It really looks like an albatross. Honestly, keeps getting hurt, and they need to be proactive now. Because the more they keep waiting, the other teams are going to be like, the Yankees aren't doing shit. I'm going to take this guy. I'm going to take that guy, and all the guys that the Yankees could be bringing in or could be looking at to help them get better, they're going to be taken by the other teams in their division. And then the Yankees are going to be, again, settling for very unimpressive trades and then saying, we did enough. No, you did not do enough. Okay? I've never seen a team that's 7 games over 500 playing like they're 25 games under 500. I've never seen it happen. I mean, it's embarrassing to say. It really is. And it hurts to say. And I think, a lot of Yankee fans share that sentiment. It sucks for us to sit here and watch this. I'm glad Rodon's back, so that's a good start. I really am glad Rodon's back. But they need more than Rodon and Judge. Okay? I'm trading Severino. I'm trading Torres. Okay? Get what I can get. Move on. I think they can get pitching for Torres. If they get a little bit of payroll relief for Severino, I'll take it. Because you're not going to get a top prospect for him. You're not going to get a number 1 pitcher for Torres. Just don't even waste your time trying to think it's going to happen. It's not going to happen. So we get what we can get. We get some payroll relief, fine. Good. And we can use that money towards someone else. And like I said, I would consider adding a reliever to Josh Donaldson to the Mets. They already said they're willing to take a bad contract for payroll relief. I mean, for bullpen help. So, and again, if there's a way they can give them Wandy and Ron Marinaccio instead of Ian Hamilton, I'd be all over it. All over it. I mean, honestly, that's why I don't want to DFA Donaldson, because that means we eat the money. If there's a team out there like the Mets that's willing to eat the money, I'm letting them eat the money and giving us some payroll relief so we can make moves at the deadline. Okay? And that's the other thing, too. We want, Soto's, he's the pipe dream, right? But like, if I can't get Soto, I'll take Snell and Hader if I can. I'll take that. It's a nice start, 1 starter, 1 reliever. I'll take that. And then you can try to get Cody Bellinger, try to get freaking Lane Thomas, or try to get Randall Grichuk, one of those guys. And you got your starter and reliever. That's hell of a lot better than you did in other years. Okay? It's yeah, I don't know. Vic DiBitetto announced his retirement from doing Yankees managerials on YouTube. Is this a joke, Sunil? Or is this for real? Why would he condone whatever's going on with this? And I could see him doing a video like that, so I really could. With the Dodgers, honestly, I think the only scenario, and Brew, if you're still on here, Morning Brew, let me know if you agree with this. All right? The only way I see the Dodgers taking Stanton is if they can't get Ohtani, or they don't get Ohtani. They can get him, but I think don't be surprised. He could be outbid by the Mariners or someone else. The Angels could blow his ass away with another offer, try to run it back. So, we just don't know. Joe, my consigliere, thank you, my friend. Thank you. But yes, James, please start making trades. To make them yesterday. Just go back. Just start making moves. Please stop waiting. You're going to continue to fall behind if you keep waiting. And you don't have enough to crawl all the way back. You don't. Dodgers already have a DH. Makes no sense. Who's their DH, Tilly? I don't even know who their DH is. I mean, they could play Stanton at first base. They could. If you want to get him on the field and make him hit better, put him at first base. He doesn't have to run the damn outfield. His lower body's fragile enough already. Yeah, I mean, if the Angels keep him, obviously they're gonna pay him a ton, and they'll bring some other folks in, so they have a shot. And again, this is the only scenario I can see the Yankees being able to move Stanton to the Dodgers if they don't get Ohtani. I don't see how else it could happen, honestly. So, yeah, no kid in Texas. Yeah, amen, sir. Closing a right swing. Exactly. I mean, this is crazy. This is freaking nuts. Better than worse than the Bad News Bears. Even the Billy Bob Thornton Bad News Bears. Yeah. Cooper, go roll your machine on the outfield and strike some fly balls. Jesus. Yes, Justin. They have to stop relying so much on Judge. Yes, and stop acting like it. You should be acting like we don't need him right now. We can win without him. That's not what you're acting like. So it's almost like you look and you feel defeated, saying, "Oh, unless he's here, we don't do shit." You guys get paid millions of dollars to do this job. Come on. And one of the bigger problems with the Yankees is so many guys get cold at once. So many guys get hot and so many guys get cold. That to me shows that it's a very imbalanced lineup. We need more contact hitting because contact hitting guys slump a hell of a lot less for a hell of a lot shorter times than power guys. That's just that. It's well known. So it's just crazy. All right, 63 likes. Let's just blow past 100 likes, gang. Let's get. Yeah, Rizzo's 35 games on home runs. Power's not there. I like to just get him hits, Rose, right? Get some RBI singles and doubles here, too. It's this reliance on the damn home run is just too much. Yeah, he's a power guy, but shit. Power guys can hit doubles, too. I want like 125 likes in here. I want 125 pissed off people. 150 pissed off people in here. Hit that like button so we can all be collectively pissed off together. That's what the theme of the thumbs up tonight is. We're pissed off at this team. This is ridiculous, man. Andrea, thank you so much. Appreciate you as well. Thank you all to all of you. Thank you, gang. It is collectively everything, PJ. Yeah, it's a lot of things. Okay, and this is why when you early in the year they had starting pitching injuries. They put a lot of heavy emphasis on the bullpen. A lot of them got gassed. Some of them got hurt. We're shorthanded there too, and and with the bats not providing much, it just shows that they have a hard time keeping teams to low scores. It's ridiculous. We got to change that. And again, they need to make moves now. Florial's killing the ball in AAA, but you're not calling him up. Trade him. Give him a shot somewhere else. Stop dicking around. Just change the guy. Trade the guy. His value could be pretty damn well right now. At least the Mets score. Yeah, they do. They don't win, but they score. Yeah, I'll trade that. I'll give you that one, Italian. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, man. Philosophy change would come in handy, Brian. I got to give you that. I would agree with this too. J-Mo maybe wanted to, make them give him some payback tonight. I would agree with that. He was pretty decent. He was pretty solid with the Yankees. I'll give him that. I will give him that. Yeah, the analytics department needs to move on. They need to be replaced by a better analytics department. An analytics department that finds ways to win, no matter what. Using analytics to find ways to win, not to try to change players when they come here. We've had that discussion before too. Stop trying to change people you trade for. You traded for these guys for a reason because you like the way they play. Let them play the way they play. Stop trying to change them into the Yankee play. It's not working. It's ridiculous, man. Yeah, Brad, I mean, left fielder, Cody Bellinger will be good. He's going to cost a bit. Consistent right field until Judge gets back. You'd think, they could just freaking play Estevan Florial. Right, second baseman actually play. Yeah, exactly. That's why I keep saying trade Gleyber Torres and play Oswald Peraza. Just do it. If you have a major league player whose offense can be replaced by one of your prospects, then I'm choosing the prospect over the major league player, especially if the prospect is a better defender. I'm not even hesitating. That's common sense. Peraza's locked in all the time in his games. He has elite defense all across the diamond in the NFL. Everywhere he plays. He's a wizard. And he makes the teammates around him better. Those are the types of guys. And he's also, 4 years younger as well than Gleyber Torres. Gleyber Torres is young, I'll give him that. But he's way too streaky. He's not focused all the time either. Can't have that. And he's probably going to get a 9-figure contract next year. You want to give him a 9-figure contract and then bitch for the next 6 years because he got a 9-figure contract? I know I don't. Get a guy who will control years on the cheap. Peraza has 6 freaking years, 3 pre-arb and 3 arb. And he'll maybe make $5 million total in all 6 years. That's like a 20th of what Torres would make. Yeah. You take those opportunities when you have these types of prospects here. I don't understand. I don't get that logic with the Yankees. It doesn't make any sense. That's where I don't like the way the Yankees run things. And that's from the top. It's ridiculous. Well, this is true, Dan, too. Nobody wants to help the Yankees. They're going to try to fleece them. But if you have a deep farm, every now and then you got to get fleeced to a degree. If you get the player you want, just take the overpay. Just get the player you want. Get rid of the dead weight. Sometimes that's worth it, too. Yeah, JMO 2-hitter. Yeah. Not kidding at all, man. He did that. You're gonna dumpster dive again. I mean, that's definitely a fireable offense. Like, you can't be dumpster diving now. You can't do it. What the hell's the point of having Cole here and Judge and Rodon in these big contracts if you're gonna dumpster dive as a means of complimenting these guys on the field? You can't do it. Talking about Bernie Williams, who is it? Yeah, Bernie. Yep. Severino, Torres, and Marinaccio for Ketel Marte, Jake McCarthy, and Blake Walston. Interesting. Who's Blake Walston? I don't know who that is. I know the other two guys. Who's Blake Walston? Steven, you got some intel on Blake Walston? It's an interesting trade. All tradable guys. All tradable guys. Yeah, I don't really like. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Keep prospects buried until he trades them or DFAs them, which it doesn't make much sense. Honestly, it doesn't make much sense. If you have a prospect, you trade them early if they're hot because they have more controllable years. Not when you option the hell out of them. Okay, the more controllable years they have, the better value you're going to get in the trade. This stuff is common sense. Like when we make trades, I want guys with like 4 years left of team control. You pay a premium for that. So do the same thing when you're selling them off. Don't wait till the guy's a free agent or he's out of options. How the hell is Esteban Florial out of options? Like, how many fucking times do you option the guy? D-backs, trade. White Sox to trade. Like, you can make a couple of freaking trades and be in a much better position, which gives you more cushion until a decision is made on Aaron Judge and some other folks. Like, Yeah, well, that's a good point too, Bruce. I forgot JD Martinez was over there. Extending Bader, that to me is D-Drake. Yeah, is common sense. I would definitely do that. Trading down. I mean, that Mets trade. I mean, you don't have to give up a top prospect, and you get enough controllable payroll in return. Look, right now you owe him $11 million for the rest of the year and $6 million for a buyout next year. That gives you $11 million in play money, or flex under the cap money to make trades this season. You get an additional $6 million cushion next year. You can make moves. And not every move has to be an expensive top player. You can get affordable players too. It's crazy, man. I don't like these plans. Yeah, I don't like exactly. And again, the plan B is because sometimes you wait so damn long. You wait till the last minute of the trade deadline when all the top guys are gone. Like, come on. Judge needs to have a closing. Yes, he does. Him and Cole. Cole's more fiery than Judge is. I want Cole in there. Because you could tell when he's pissed off, it looks like he's going to kill you. I want Cole in that meeting too. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? 91 was the last time, and they picked Brian Taylor, who was the best pitching prospect in a generation, and then he got hurt defending his brother or cousin in a bar fight, and he never really pitched the same again. 91.7. I mean, I don't know about Carlos. I've talked for about a year or so about trading Severino. Look how much productive baseball we've gotten out of him in 5 years. In this 4-year extension, and this is the 5th year option on it. Look how much he got about maybe 2 years of healthy baseball, productive baseball out of him, and 3 bad. That is not enough. And again, the relationship is already fractured, and he's going to sign somewhere else. So move him and get something back from him. At the very least, like I said, get some payroll relief. That is enough. Something's better than nothing. I'd rather take that than nothing. That's the thing. That's the difference between DFA and trading. You DFA him, you eat the contract. You trade him, they eat the contract. And the Yankees right now are at the top level of the threshold. You want to make some room? Well, this is how you can do it. Go get a reliever. Go get a freaking, just a basic starting pitcher. Somebody can just give us innings, not give up 8 runs in 3 innings every third game. 70 pitches, so it's 80 pitches through 3 innings. You can't do that. Okay, so he's lefty starter. All right. Yeah, Bernie was also one of the top switch hitters in the generation too. I mean, he was a great player. He was a great player for the Yankees. He really, really was. And again, but this is the difference between this team and that day. They were surrounded by, good draft picks, and they had multiple Hall of Famers on the team. This team right now, Cole's probably on a Hall of Fame path. Judge will eventually be there on a Hall of Fame path if he keeps producing. So they had Jeter. They had freaking Pettit. They had Mo. They had the greatest of all time. Jeter was one of those. Mo. You had freaking Posada. Like, you had a lot of guys. And then they were much more smart building around that nucleus. They really, really were. Torres, what we got here? Another trade. And folks, give me your ideas. You got trades, put them out. Let's get to them. Okay. Torres, Severino, and Marinaccio for Zach Gallen, Merrill Kelly. I don't think that would be enough, but if the Diamondbacks are crazy enough to do that, I would do it yesterday. Yesterday. Ketel Marte can replace Torres at second base. Okay, and then you get 2 pitchers. Shoo. Yeah, baby. Yep. I don't think the Diamondbacks would be crazy enough to do it, but if they were, thank you. I'd even send them a bouquet of flowers and chocolates too. Some edible arrangements, the pineapple and the apple and the strawberries, loaded with chocolate. I don't know if I could do Soto and Tatis. I don't think the Yankees don't need Tatis, to be honest with you. Soto, on the other hand, I would take if they somehow they can get him. No. Ketel plays outfield. Peraza moves to second base. I guess you can do that too. Ketel could be the outfielder. I would move Peraza to short and play Volpe at second, Steven. But that's doable too, right there. His positional versatility is a plus for Ketel Marte, infield and outfield. Well, exactly. Option players never exactly. It's crazy. Oh man, yeah, we put out a lot of good ones here, and stuff that's like, I know, like, look, Soto is the pipe dream trade. Like, he's the big guy to get, right? But he's going to cost the haul. But you have other options there. You could probably get Snell and Hader. They're both going to be free agents. You could put a package together for that, and then go get a guy like Ketel Marte or Cody Bellinger. Bellinger and those 2 guys would cost less than Soto by himself. You know what I mean? Exactly, Jonathan. You cannot build a team around one man. You can't do it. This isn't the Chicago Bulls, where you could put 4 high school players and Jordan will still take them to the playoffs. This is not that. Okay? This is not that. Go do it, Lapari, man. That's what makes you feel better. Do it, man. We all have different vices, man. We all got different vices. It's no guarantee that if the Yankees win and get better, Boone's fired. There has to be a personnel change too. Players as well. It's no guarantee, unfortunately, Christopher. And that's a good point too, Javier. I don't think they're going to get Soto. Dodge, but you never know. They could. That's a good point, Javier. What if guys like Tino, Bernie, can you imagine that? Johnny Knox? Thanks. Oh, man. Yeah, that's a good point, too. I was saying how he constructs a team of supposed power has not. One of the things I'll say is power hitters, guys that are known for power, streak longer and more often than contact hitters, which is why we need more contact hitters here to complement the power guys. We just do. I mean, look at Cody Bellinger, good contact. So he hit a home run too, but he's spraying the ball everywhere. Okay, Juan Soto's a contact guy with power. Also, is an on-base machine. He draws walks. He does a lot. He's a perfect guy to put bats second and have Judge behind him at third. It's ridiculous. 108 likes. All right, man. I appreciate that game. Let's get to 150 if we can. I want 150 pissed off Yankee fans up in here. Kicking ass. Kicking ass. Letting these people know what we think, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah. The Mets have definitely, a deeper lineup, that's for sure. It doesn't look like it because they don't play. They're not playing like a deep lineup, but they do. They do. And even like Francisco Lindor, he's like top 5 in WAR every year in shortstops in baseball every freaking year. His impact is significant with the Mets. And I agree with you too, Carlos. I don't think the D-backs are sellers because they're going to try to add, I think. Comp draft pick. Yeah, you'd think so. I mean, like at the end of the season, you got to give, if you don't trade him, I would not give Severino a qualifying offer because he might take it. And I don't want to pay him $20 million a year to suck. So that's why I want to trade him now so we don't have to be in that situation. Bader, obviously you offer it, but you try to extend him. So, and because for some reason he turns it down, signs elsewhere, you at least get a high comp pick. There's a couple other folks, but there's not many guys that we're going to get. Like Carlos Rodon, we gave up a second and a fifth in this year's draft so he can sign here with the Yankees. So, yeah, Cordero suspended for the rest of the year, Yankee Mike. He's for the rest of the year. Sucks to be on. It's too bad. Yeah, 150 likes, man. It's basically 150 of these to these guys. You know what I mean? You guys, you all deserve the middle finger for what you're doing to the fans right now, and the team and the players. So this is ridiculous. JT, yeah, I mean, and being there, I can only imagine. I'm going to the game on the 22nd against the Kansas City Royals. Last thing I want to see is a dead Yankee team play the Royals, right? Jesus. Well, the problem too is we don't know if he's sitting on his ass. I don't think he is, but I don't think he's. I think he's being probably too stingy or too patient or both on the phones. Because we do know he's on the phone on a regular basis trying to make moves. He just made a couple moves this week, so he's already on the phone. But how aggressive is he? He tends to be uber patient around the trade deadline. We're about 3.5 weeks away. We need to see more out of these guys. I mean, Sunil, you can give the GM job to Sabian and just bump up Cashman to some other position. I'd be fine with that. And let Sabian have a little bit more taste of personnel moves. 1994, yeah, right about that, Christopher. They were awesome. Well, exactly, Rizzo. I mean, what's the point of Judge coming back and risking a longer layoff? What's the point? They could do enough at the trade deadline to build up enough cushion so that if he doesn't come back, they'll be okay. And at least be set up for next year, too, when he does come back. Yeah, Lane Thomas is a guy that it's intriguing. He's 27. That's right. He's a good contact guy. He's a guy like Lane Thomas or Cody Bellinger or Randall Grichuk. Those guys are probably the most easy to get. And the Yankees could probably package Lane Thomas and someone else, or get Lane Thomas and another player from the Nationals for a package from the Yankees too. You might as well try to do multiplayer trades here. The Nationals provide an opportunity, maybe the D-backs, but I don't think they're going to sell that much. And the White Sox. I mean, the Nationals and the White Sox are probably the easiest teams they could do multiplayer trades with. So I'm keeping an eye on Lane Thomas, Brett. I am. I don't see the D-backs. He's like a Cy Young contender. I can't see him getting rid of him either. And Brian Sabian, he helped build that dynasty too, James Gary. He was there too back in the day in the early 90s. Yeah, the biggest change in the offense, no doubt about it. More contact hitters. Yeah, we need some speed too. Better base running. Like, just energy, man. Get some young guys here. That's why I want to get a guy like Soto because he's young. He's freaking 24. Like, I mean, Lane Thomas is 27. Some young dudes, man. You know, quit relying on home runs. Just get contact. Hit the ball hard. Hit it steady. The home runs will come if you just level and you play right. The home runs will come instead of striking out or hitting a home run. Striking out, no, come on. Huh. Mets lead have 1-0 over the Padres. Darvish versus K. Mr. Kate Upton. I Champions, yeah, yes. Move Stanton down. He's hitting like a number 8 hitter. Bat him a number 8 at 8. Don't move him up until he deserves it. Just like you do with Volpe. You moved him up when he called. He justified it. Do the same thing with Stanton, even if he's on a big contract. Who cares if he's on a big contract? Yeah, the Cardinals might be sellers too, Brett. So you might have a. Arenado's a good one, but I would look at. I did a video for the members the other day about a third baseman from the Rockies, Ryan McMahon. I think he'd be another good option too for third base. Who's half the price of Arenado, hits lefty, and he's got 4 years of team control left. 4 years of contract guaranteed. So that I would look into him too because Arenado, you owe $144 million for the next 5 years. Yes, he's the best in baseball, no doubt about it. Elite defender, but so is Ryan McMahon. Him and Arenado are at the very top defense. And again, McMahon's a little bit more contact oriented than Arenado. So, but I would look into Ryan McMahon. Torres headache? Oh shit! Yeah, he has a headache. Yeah, and again, Steven, make a move now for left field, not August 1st. Now, don't wait 3 more weeks. You could be 15 games out. Don't do it. Shit. Yeah, Volpe. I mean, I like what Volpe's doing. I get your point at Chaparro third. The only problem with Chaparro third is his defense is shaky. That's why I would take Peraza over Chaparro when I call him up to replace a Donaldson. And again, I would seriously consider taking that trade with the Mets. See if you can get a different reliever or two, add it to the Donaldson trade, and move on. If there's one thing Cashman is good at is continuing to bring in new relievers with controllable years. I trust him in that area. It's pretty much the only area I trust him at right now. So I trade Donaldson instead of DFAing him. That's my first pick for Donaldson. But I get what you're saying. If we have to DFA him, you got to DFA him. Nobody said he built the 90s Yankees. Gene Michael Watson and Brian Sabian. But I'll say this, the Yankees that they built would not have won the World Series in 98, 99, or 2000 without the moves Cashman made to complement them. I have no problem saying I'll say the same thing every day. Without the moves Cashman made in those years, they would not have won those World Series. But Cashman is not responsible for 1996. That's Stick, that's Bob, and that's Sabian. Sabian was one that drafted Jeter, and I think he got Mo. So a lot of those guys, those are Sabian moves. That's a good idea, Texas. I'm going to build a team out of baseball cards that I got from you. Shout out to Texas Buckeye, though, for sending me some baseball cards. I appreciate you for that. And it's going to be the Texas Buckeye baseball card. I'm going to name it after you. If you don't mind. I mean, Esteban Florial, David Garcia, Fricketel, Martin Zach Allen. It's going to cost more than that, Sean. I can't see the Diamondbacks giving up Zach Allen yet because they're going to try to win the West. I agree with this. You can only get fired if they miss the playoffs. And again, if they miss the playoffs because of Judge being hurt, then they may not fire Boone because Boone's not the one that caused Judge's injury. Keep kicking ass in Monopoly for Park. Keep kicking ass, dude. Yeah, it looks like we're life. It looks like they want to keep Volpe at leadoff. It sounds like they want to keep that. You know what I mean? And at this point, I'd rather bat Bader leadoff and Volpe second, or either 1-2-1-2. Get some energy and some speed at the top. And then when Judge is healthy, you put him at third. Put him at third. Yankee Mike, I appreciate that. I know some folks think I'm crazy, but I appreciate the kind words, man. I do. Well, this is the I mean, pretty much, which is that's an annoying truth. It's an unfortunate truth. It really is. What was shaking the scene? Well, they essentially boycotted. Cancel the Yes membership subscriptions, stop buying tickets to games. Like, it's very. But the problem is the Yankee fans are committed. They're dedicated, and that's to their credit. They stick with their team for the most part. Most of them do. They ride or die with them, just like I do, just like we do. And again, so if they say, well, all right, we're going to call whoever, Peraza and Chaparro, fans will come to see that. So I want to thank you. Yankees would be wise to either make some trades or call some guys up. You want to keep your fans happy, do one or the other or both. Please, now. Start doing it now. Like, I want to wake up tomorrow and see breaking news Yankees did something that's actually newsworthy. That would make a lot of us happy. I don't know. Oh, God, yeah. And Bronx has a huge Dominican population, too, Puerto Rican population, like a huge Latino community, the Bronx, and just New York City altogether. So, yeah. Soto will be the guy, man. I'm telling you, Soto will be the guy. Soto from the Karate Kids, yeah. Sato! Yagi! Fucking guy. I don't think Stanton's hurting their payroll flexibility, that's for sure. He's clogging up spots, but they've been pretty good. He's been money in the playoffs for them every single year. Their best postseason hitter since he's been here. So, but he's also part of the problem too. Honestly, I think he's part of the problem too. That the imbalanced lineup, the lack of flexibility, he is part of that too. We think so, Anthony, right? We hope that. Alan, I think Judge would be best at third. Best at and a better contact hitter batting second, and leadoff hitter batting first. I want to give Judge more RBI opportunities, and he doesn't really get many batting first or second. That's why I want him batting third. You get contact hitters, you get on base. He has more opportunity to hit 2-run, 3-run home runs instead of so many solo shots that he hits. So yeah, I didn't listen to Boone's press conference because I'm on here. So I'm on here with you guys. I don't really listen to them. Honestly, I don't really listen to them. If something's noteworthy, I'll go check it out. But yeah, I don't get much value out of it. Just like I don't get much value out of people constantly, or content creators constantly bashing the same people all the time. I don't see any value in that either. So, and I'd rather be here with you guys than watching the press conference. Get rid of Randy Levine. Oh God, yes, please get rid of Randy Levine. Coconuts, please. I can't stand that guy. Cash should have kept Kim Ng. Well, she got a GM opportunity in Miami, so that's why. She wasn't going to be. She was Cashman's assistant for several years, and she was the first woman GM in baseball. So that's a pretty cool thing. So she was not going to pass up on that. And she's slowly turning these guys into a pretty formidable team. She really is. So kudos to her. Really. Cash must trade for Steven. Pitcher, reliever, a left fielder, at least one of each. I'd probably do pitcher and 2 relievers and a left fielder. Yeah. Well, this is true Texas too, because Judge hits a lot of base hits too. He just happens to be gigantic and hits a lot of home runs. So he does have contact abilities. He really, really does. He's one of the better hitters, not only in the Yankees but in baseball. The Mets lineup is better. They're deeper. They have more star-powered names, but the team is not better, unfortunately. At least performance-wise, record-wise, they're not better. The Yankees are in a tougher division than the Mets are, but Trey Cashman, yeah. Theo, I think, is being groomed to be the next commissioner of baseball. People just want somebody to love that. They hate Marv Manfred, so eventually they want him to retire or get eaten by an alligator, and then just have freaking Theo Epstein be the new commissioner of baseball. Who leads the NL shortstop? I don't know, Brett. That's a good question. Yes, they did, Sharif. They made Tyone look like a damn Cy Young Award winner. Yup. There's a lot of components missing here. The contact, the solid fundamentals, the ability to stay patient on the plate when you're up to the plate. Working the counts, not having lapses and sloppy play. There's a lot of intangibles that are missing right now. That's why, honestly, I mean, I would have made Judge co-captain and Cole co-captain. Because it seems like one of Cole's special talents and abilities, he's into everything. He pays attention to everything. Okay, and so he does a lot. He can go a long way towards helping people get better at people, especially pitchers. So, and we need an offensive player to do that too. We really, really do. And Cole's outspoken. He really is. T. Drake, have a great night, man. It's good. If you got your evening vent session done, that's all that matters. But we don't need to be pissed tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day. Get it out, get a good night's sleep, wake up, feel fresh. It's like I do my morning stretches, exercise, meditation, get right in the head, and before the Yankees lose, or my daughter's torturing me all day and wear me out. So, but they do it in a good way. They do it in a good way. Well, that's the thing too, Samit. Yeah, they have no difference makers, or not enough. Soto, and yes, if you get a Soto on here, could you imagine Soto second and Judge third? Like, that's a sucky thing to be in. And let's just say next year, first base, they get Murakami, that Japanese play, just for S&Gs, for shits and giggles. And then you got to go through those three. That's gonna suck for pitching. Really suck. The Yankees need to get deeper. That's why those best teams in the '90s, it was just contact, speed, contact, power, contact. It was relentless, that lineup. They hated losing. They worked the counts all the time. They had starting pitchers out at 100 pitches in 4 innings to get to the bullpen, and then they wore down the bullpen too. That's why I want to get rid of some of the dead weight, even if you only get a little bit of payroll relief. I don't care. That's better than nothing. It's better than a crappy trade. If the Mets would take Severino and Donaldson, I mean, that would be a worthwhile. That'd be kind of cool. I would still give them a reliever. I'd give a Marinaccio, a Wandy. Actually, I would try to keep one Marinaccio in that regard, because Wandy's going to be free agent at the end of the year. Marinaccio's under control till 2027. But if they somehow take Severino and let's just say Wandy to go with to go with Donaldson, that's a trade, because now you're going to get almost $20 million almost in payroll relief this season alone. And this is a $15 million option that the Yankees picked up on Severino. So, Greg Allen. He's starting his rehab. TTMZ M2. He's starting his rehab assignment right after the All-Star game, right after the All-Star break. And then he'll be back shortly after. And it sounds like Willie Calhoun is about a week behind Greg Allen. So, August, it seems like they're both their ETAs, or maybe even late July. Tickets pricey. Well, I know the ones that I got for the 22nd of July against the Royals were relatively pricey, but I'm sitting at the 100 level by a little bit past first base, so the seats are pretty good. Yeah, I mean, yes, they need heart and passion. Need a freaking Shane Falco from The Replacements, man. Keanu Reeves, baby. Yeah. Edwin Encarnacion. He was a fun player to watch. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we need guys that have and actually show they have heart, right? We need that. We need to see. That's why I love watching Cole when he's on the mound. And now I love watching Rodon today, because he has that same fire in his belly that Cole does. So we have 2 of them now in the rotation. And I hope it stays that way. And I would bring up Ward for it too. So yeah, it's worth it. Greg Allen's a couple weeks away, Alan. He's starting his rehab assignment right after the All-Star game. That was announced yesterday or today. Promote Cashman to head of baseball. That's fine by me. And just make Sabian GM. I would find that. I would be fine with that. Fireball him. Well, what was his quote? No accountability. It's not contagious. You have to actually. Yes. You have to. Exactly. That's their job. They don't get. This is the. They don't get job. They don't get paid millions of dollars to want to play well. They get millions of dollars to play well, actually play well. Like I wish there's got to be. That's why I'm a fan of the team opt out clause. Because if your players on a huge contract, they don't play well, opt out of their contract. Why is it only players that can opt out of teams' contracts to get a bigger contract? It's not fair. Exactly, Al. Tomorrow's another day, man. Get some rest. I'll swing. I'm gonna wrap this up in a second too. Alviso, I'm with you there too. I think it is tailor made for Yankee Stadium. Bellinger, his swing is money. His swing is absolute money. So would I be upset if they got him? No, but it's going to cost a bit. It's going to cost a bit. But again, give them Estevan Florial. It's not, a couple other guys. Joe, I get what you're saying, but never. At least for me, I'll never give up. Carlos, welcome to the 161. Thank you for joining the family, man. Thank you. Welcome to the family, bro. Welcome to the fam. Let's welcome Carlos to the crew. Yeah, we need 21 more pissed off fans to get 150 likes. Can we get that? Do you have 21 angry people here that haven't hit that like button? That want to go like this to some of the people who are causing the team to play like this? Please do. And if you do hit the like button, type in middle finger in the comments so that we know. I'd like to see 21 middle finger comments here. Yeah, this is par for yeah. Cash music, a flip phone, and a spotty sells in the penthouse. That's a well-fitting comment, Michael Edwards. I like that comment. And how too. I can't fit third base, Peraza or Cabrera. I would option Cabrera for Peraza. Honestly, option him out. Get Peraza up here, please. Squared who up? He ain't squared Tyone. He gave up one hit in 7 innings. One goddamn hit. I feel like Bob Uecker from Major League. One goddamn hit. You can't say goddamn it. What the hell? Who's watching him? I feel like Bob Uecker from Major League. Yeah, they changed. That's standard too, Tilly. It's just to get the timeline right and get him back in. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, IKF is a better utility player right now than Oswaldo Cabrera, so I wouldn't trade IKF. Unless you can get something really good for him, I wouldn't do it. And I get that too, James. They have enough, but enough of guys that are ready, I don't know. Carlos, man, don't matter how long it took you. I'm glad that you're here, man. Glad that you're here, brother. I really appreciate all these that do it. It's give your opinion, speak your mind, support the channel, have great conversations. It's you folks that make this place better. I just try to feed off of all of you. Yeah, I mean, the problem with Benintendi is he didn't want to come back. So he's not playing that great in Chicago yet. So I mean, Alan, it's close. The best rookie shortstops, yeah. I don't know about rookie of the year, but one of the best rookie shortstops, yes. He's shown me quite a bit defensively too, better than I thought he would be. Oh yeah. If the Cards still get Montgomery back before me, I mean, I would get Montgomery. I would. Yeah. I would get Ryan McMahon from the Rockies over Nolan Arenado because I have a feeling of the same. I feel the same way Sunil feels. I think he might be another DJ getting ready to break down. I know some folks have the Joey Gallo type concerns as it pertains to Cody Bellinger too. So that's and in some cases they're justified with his injuries, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, thank God I like Ellie De La Cruz in the National League, man. He's a beast. He's so good. Andre, yes, analytics is not that good. Real baseball, just instinctual. Playing the way we learned how to play growing up. It's better than freaking analytics. I don't want reading off. I want my players watching the game and figuring shit out instead of looking at the iPad. Well, let's figure out the launch angle. Nobody cares about launch angle. I want you to hit the ball. Exactly, Steve. I want you to hit the damn ball. All right, we need 12 more pissed off people in here. Right, Texas? Shoot. Gordon Ramsay. He'd probably kill people. He'd probably kill people, Gordon Ramsay. You bloody bastard. I'm going to burn your face with my skillet. He's my favorite chef in the world. I love watching him. So he's one of the best chefs in the world, too. 4 frozen margaritas and still hurts. Joel, it must be. Is it double therapy? Is it rehabbing the heart being broken tonight after what they did to Rodon and rehabbing the rotator cuff a little bit, right? So 4 frozen margaritas on a hot ass day. That's not bad. Not bad. Well done, Joel. 4. Well done. And we need this. Exactly. I'm with you, West Coast. It hurts my soul right now watching this team too. But just like you, I ride or die with my crew. Ride or die, baby. And the Rays lost again. Yeah, the Yankees could have picked up games on. It's like. I bet, Roldy. I think this is breaking news a lot of people want to hear. Relieve Boone, Cashman, and Freshman. And analytics. And trading some players, too. Because relieving those guys isn't going to make the players any better, unfortunately. We need to relieve some players, too. All right, so Neil wants to hear the Cashman's come down with massive get diarrhea disorder. Effectively, immediately Sabian and Mania will take it. Cashman has the long-term shits. The LTS. Yes. Yeah, I mean, Ron 9, yes. I mean, look. If you're not going to give Florial a shot, trade him to a team who will. All right, and just move on. Stop toying with this guy. Stop toying. Okay. He'll be probably decent somewhere. Let him be decent somewhere. Let him be decent. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's just, Stanton's strangling the Yankees payroll a little bit, too. All right, we need 6 more angry people, man, who hate this team tonight to get to 150 likes. We just need you to hit that. We need you to hit that thumbs up and give us a comment, middle finger. Chas McCorn. I did not see what Chas McCorn. What did he do? He's the guy that there's some people talking about being traded with the Astros, right? Texas, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, 4 pissed off fans to hit that like button. 2 games from the I mean, we can't keep getting closer to the cellar. Joe, I mean, Baltimore. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Baltimore overtakes Tampa. Core's also a cheater, Joseph. So he's a big time cheater. So I'll take a non-cheater. But I get what you're saying. He connects well with his players. But the cheating thing doesn't really. Yes, he knows. I mean, he knows the ins and outs of the game. He's smart. He's outspoken. I mean, yes, I don't. Cole and Rodon, they need to be the pitching captains. They got fire. They're gamers. They're outspoken. Like, we need guys like that, man. We need them. Oh, we get it, Rolder. We just don't agree with you all the time. Just saying that doesn't solve all the problems. Doesn't make the players who are currently here any better. Doesn't also mean if you bring in new people, they're going to be able to trade them either. Especially with bad contracts. So many folks keep saying, fire him, it solves everything. It does not solve everything. Hitters are still not hitting. That's part of the problem. It's more. When you say it's an organizational problem, it's not only front office, it's personnel, it's players too. We all get it, but we just don't agree at the same thing all the time. That's fine. But yeah, Soto was here when he was a left field. I mean, definitely be excited to watch these guys, man. My God. But yeah, Florial needs a shot. If you're not going to give him a shot, trade him to somebody who will. Period. Like that's just what the hell are you doing with the guy? Yeah, NASCAR from the game. You're obsessed with NASCAR. Nah, Johnny Dags. I'm not gonna forget about him because if they do come back, I want to be here when it happens. I don't want to come back months later and be like, "What happened? They came back. I was ignoring them." I'm not gonna ignore them when they're good. I'm not gonna ignore them when they're bad. So, the ride or die, ride or die. That's real Yankee fans right there, baby. But right now, yes, Jonathan, you're 100% right. 15 million option wasted on Severino. Blue Jays, yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm here. 20 more games. They need better players to win more games. Yes, I mean those guys. I mean Ellie Dillon. Well, none of them are realistic to get trade for right now. But if you had all three of them, man, that would be kind of awesome. I'd be really happy if they had two or three of those. So, I mean, if we had De La Cruz and Arias here right now, I'd be ecstatic. Ecstatic. Well, yeah, that's true, cooking. Yeah, exactly. He's not an option, but he would be one of the best outfielders, one of the best base runners, an elite defender too. Like, so what? I mean, just tell us why you're not giving the guy a chance to call him back up. And two more pissed off people. Hit that like button if you don't mind. Hit that like button. No, 6 innings pitch 100. Yeah, good first start back from being sent down for like almost 2 months. It looks like it, man. But again, it worked wonders today. Let's see if it continues to work wonders, right? So, some swag here. Yeah, man. No doubt about it. That's why I want Peraza. That's why I want some of these other guys because they're there. They do have some swag and some energy and some speed. Like we need more stolen bases. We need a lot more. I mean, a lot more aggressiveness on the base pass. Ellie De La Cruz is probably the fastest player in baseball, and he's also aggressive. And you could tell, man. We need that. This is the question I asked earlier, was because why would they bring a Franchi over Florial? I don't know. I'm guessing, and it's just a guess, that they wanted him to keep his average really high and his productive crazy good in AAA, so they have some kind of hopes of boosting a trade or getting a better trade return or adding him to another player. Yeah, it's really hard watching them. Yeah, man, that's the problem too. He's making money hand over foot, and we know that and we feel that, and that sucks. That really sucks. We can't have that. Just can't have it. Can't. 150 likes, gang. You're the best. You're the best. Well, the chicken party up. So, I mean, let's talk about it. What would be a realistic trade for Bellinger? I would give them Florial. I would give them freaking probably Trey Sweeney and a pitcher. And then that should be enough to get Bellinger. Yeah, 150 likes, baby. I appreciate you, gang. And keep going. Keep going. Dude, Roldy, you want to debate me head to head? Ignore the obvious. You're ignoring the fact that it's a personnel problem, too. We play to watch the players, right? The players aren't performing. That's the part you're ignoring and accusing me of ignoring. There's no manager or GM who can come in immediately and change everything. That's not the way it works. Heimer Candelaire, I've heard an intriguing possibility for third base from the Nationals. I don't know why they're not bringing up Peraza. And call up some of these guys and sit the guys that are on the major league roster not performing. Like, what the hell is Cashman waiting for right now when he can possibly get a trade done and move on from Donaldson and get the Mets to eat his contract? Is it the Ian Hamilton-esque? I get that. See if you can get someone else in there. I wouldn't want to give up Ian Hamilton either because he's going to come under control until 2029. That's good controllable years for a reliever. No, I get it, Sean. I know. I think Lawson can be more easily replaced than Cashman. Yeah, Tyler. So I'm with you there. Who would you replace Channel? Channel. Who would you replace Cashman with is the problem. Dev, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, Benintendi's. I'm glad they moved on from Benintendi when they did. I think they dodged a bullet there. So, Rookie of the Year is Josh Jung. It's kind of hard to argue with that. Next open panel will probably be next weekend. We had one like 2 weeks ago. It's yeah, well, exactly too. Higher average guys who don't have I don't care if a guy hits 15 home runs, 10. Like Arias, how many home runs is Arias hitting? Boone says Florida doesn't make enough contact. Yeah, first of all, Florida hasn't played enough up here, so you can't really say that. Okay, and in the minors in AAA, he's making plenty of contact. He has more stats than everybody in the franchise. So what the hell are you talking about? Already have Roldy. Just because you don't agree with it doesn't mean I'm ignoring it. Okay? The true issue of this organization is across the board. It's players and personnel. I get fired Boone, firing Cashman every day. That doesn't solve the problem. First of all, who are you going to replace them with that's going to fix it? Okay? That's one thing. Okay? And what's going to happen after that? What GM is going to just facilitate all these trades and everything that easily? Who's going to do that? Okay, and how's a problem too? We know this. We talked about this repeatedly, but they're not the only problem. The players have to do their job too. I'm not blaming Cashman for batters not hitting. I'm not blaming Boone for that either. It's their responsibility to perform, isn't it? Just like the pitchers are doing their job for the most part. And like I said, Severino's not doing his job. That's why I've talked about trading him for like 2 years now. Okay, he hasn't been a guy. So, but you tell me what I'm ignoring and what you're not ignoring. People are pissed that this team is losing. Right? If we get 200 likes, that'd be crazy, but maybe it's possible. Well, the way they're playing right now, they're not going to the damn playoffs. What's up, John Blum? What is good? Yeah, exactly, Joel. So now relax, have a couple margaritas. What situation? I've answered I'm responding to all of your texts, every single one of them. So what am I not answering? Just because I'm providing an answer that you don't like, that means I'm not answering. This doesn't revolve around you, dude. Okay? I'm not all-knowing. Neither are you. So what am I not answering? You telling me that, dude. I don't know if we'll get 200 likes, but you never know. We may have some more people come back on. We'll see. But 162 likes, man, that's fantastic. West Coast, have a great night. So am I, Tyler. I'm going down the ship too, man. Our hitting coaches they should be replaced. And again, for those that are on the Boone fire Cashman for every response, please explain why, and please provide better options or solutions that would fix the problems. Because I really want to know your insight. Hitting coaches, I would move on from some hitting coaches. And if it's all good, brother, it's always good to have you, no matter when you're on, man. You know that. Private, nice, dude. Yankees lost, but you got some good training in, man. You know what I did today? I had these weights, these knuckle weights. I found on Joe Rogan's podcast, actually. And I got them at 5 pounds, and I did rounds and rounds of sparring and combinations, kicks and combinations, like 3-minute rounds. I did like 7 3-minute rounds today, and with a minute 30 recovery, as well as some other stuff. I have to get the heart rate up a little bit today with some other things. I like the weighted stuff because it helps my blocks and helps other things too. So, you know what I mean? I have no problem moving on from Lawson, man. Honestly, no problem moving on from Lawson. But again, I don't want to assume either that you get another hitting coach and all the problems are going to be solved either. Because if that doesn't happen, then we have to have new personnel too. Well, that's exactly Tilly. He's out of options. So my guess, honestly, is that the Yankees are trying to find a good trade for him. They want him to keep hitting at AAA so he can continue to bash the ball. But AAA is not the majors either, so it's tough. Well, exactly. You give up when the Yankees don't make the playoffs. And you start private exactly. And Gary, I mean, if you want to rebuild, they're going to have to trade some relievers. I mean, I have no problem selling off like Severino, Torres, but I think they have a chance. They could get some value back for some of the relievers, and I would not decline to consider that. I would definitely consider that. 100% likes 2 middle fingers. I love it. Texas, you're the man. Anthony, get on there. Get in there and get on the fan field, man. Show these guys how it's done, baby. Yeah, just like Jeter took him a while to turn it around. Right? Exactly. And Peraza didn't even have the issues that Volpe had at the level that Volpe had him at. So what? I mean, like, where's the issue there? And again, like I said, I mean, you may not agree with me, but if Peraza is playing better than Donaldson, then just move on from Donaldson and play Peraza. You're paying the salary. If you don't trade him, you're paying the salary anyway. Get better production for the money you're paying out. Okay? You're paying both of them anyway. So what the hell's the difference? Try to trade him if you can, DFA him and replace him with a prospect who's playing better. Those are the two options you have. Which one's the better one? Right? Exactly. Torrey couldn't fix it. Frank couldn't. Casey Stengel couldn't fix it. This is not. There's no magic guy. I mean, you bring Theo Epstein here, it's not going to fix everything either. You bring Sabian here, he's not going to fix everything. That's the other thing. I mean, you know, I mean, if they're not going to fire Cashman, bump him up to some different position to make Sabian the GM. Like, if they're not going to change, and we're dealing with the reality that we live under right now, which is the fact that, you know, if they change that, if they fire Cashman, then it opens up other possibilities. But I'm not going to talk about firing Cashman until he's fired. That's just reality, man. Four. Tyler, what's four? The offense is in like an abyss right now. They're in a damn abyss. You know? Yeah, I mean, Seattle's the problem. I mean, what can they sell that can get good value back is the question. Like I said, Torres, Severino are sellable pieces. Value, I don't know. You want some good value, you have you get some relievers up on the market. Fire Boone, replace him with a good manager. He might have won it, and if he doesn't, we're going to call that manager a bust right away. So let's say fire that manager too. And that's the thing. Replace him with who? Who's the good manager he can be replaced with? That's available. That's going to do what the team wants him to do. Kind of a yes type of guy, and you know, it's like, you know, Boone takes the hits in his press conferences, these disastrous interviews. I mean, disastrous press conferences for the players. Cashman takes the hits for Hal. He doesn't make himself present. So, like, these guys are big time punching bags. Cashman and Boone. And I get that, and they're also filling a role that not everybody's going to be willing to fill. That's the other problem, is they're harder to fire than you think they are. This is crazy. Exactly, and everyone. If you're going to hold coaches accountable, you got to hold players accountable too. We talk about this a lot because it's their job to hit the ball, catch the ball, throw the ball. Nobody else's. That's what they get paid a lot of money to do. No. Well, exactly, Isai. Players, chose a performer at the right candidates. If they're not the right candidates, then you try to trade and you move on, right? I mean, that's the name of the game, unfortunately. Not every hit's going to be um not every what do you call it, trade you make or move you make is going to be a hit. I mean, look at the Mets; they're a disaster for the most part. Attractive on paper, but disaster. With $360 million payroll, disaster. That's what I would do. Time. I would decide. I would make a decision soon. You're gonna have surgery or not. If you are, do it now. Don't do it in the off season because then you're gonna miss all spring training. Then you're gonna miss the first 2 months of next season. If gotta fill it, you gotta figure, you gotta make some type of um, honest, tough decision here. Yeah, it may not be a popular one, but it doesn't matter. You got to make an honest decision. So yeah, I met Johnny Lawrence actually. William Zapka, he's really cool. William Zapka, really cool guy. I met him at Monster Mania. There was a Cobra Kai, actually a Karate Kid marathon. That was right when they were announcing Cobra Kai was coming out. Super cool. I have a photo with him. Um, I'll find it. I'll show it to you. Gary, man, I appreciate that, man. Again, not every podcast or channel is going to keep it. We keep it straight. We keep it accurate here. That's it. And again, I like to provide the facts before we go heavy on the opinions because I want everybody to know the right information. And then to me, it's more productive discussion. So players are not. Well, no, you're not contradicting anything. It's maybe the players chosen to perform. They in some cases they can't be. And again, this is the thing. Like the GMs are not psychics, right? Like it's just, this happens on a regular basis. We didn't know like the moves that the Padres have made and what the Dodgers have made were gonna not be the right moves or whatever. It just happens. No, you don't need a timeout, Roldy. But he seems to be quiet now. He's accusing me of not answering his questions, but he's not telling me what questions am I not answering or what am I ignoring. He doesn't need to be timed out. It's his right to speak his mind. So it's his right to speak his mind. But I'm going to call you. I'm going to come after you. I'm going to come after you back. So you know that. Carlos Rodon was fantastic. He was good. It was a good debut. I was happy with his performance. I wish the offense would have backed him up. And like I said in the beginning of this, I hate when the Yankees put themselves in this position where they can fall into a losing streak. Now it's 3 games, and Garrett Cole is supposed to stop the losing streak again for like the 8th time this year. He's pitching tomorrow. I'm confident with Cole on the mound, but again, it's the same thing. We need our offense to wake up and give Cole some run support. We need him to give Rodon run support. It is what it is. Until the Yankees make moves offensively, these fans are going to be pissed off, and they have every right to be pissed off. But we can all disagree too without saying I'm right and you're wrong. That's not the way it works. I mean, if they're willing to do a blockbuster like that, Arias hit a home run today. Okay. Nice, Texas. 171 likes and 10 middle fingers. I love the middle fingers, gangs. Jack, you're on point with that too. Yeah, Arias is having a magical year. He really has. Exactly, too. Rizzo was great last year. Who would have thought he would have been this bad this year offensively? It happened. Stanton, same. It happened. So it's unfortunate, but it's true. How long do we have to wait for Rizzo to get it back here? And again, you do have Andres Chaparro who can play first base and third base. I'd rather put him at first and third because he's a better defender at first, and give Rizzo occasional days off or regular days off. It's just they have guys here that can back up some other players. I would give these guys an opportunity too. Freaking Cubs, man. Tom. Wow. They were 0-12 in first games against the Yankees before today. Carson, that's a crazy stat, man. Well, Cashman admitted he wasn't great at drafting, so he admitted also bringing in Sabian and Manaea for things like that. So this is going to be Sabian and Manaea's first draft. So I'm really curious to see what they do. I really am. I think so too, Johnny. I have a feeling it's going to be Bellinger over a guy like Soto or whatever. And this is a big problem too. Rizzo, Stanton, Torres, Donaldson not hitting. Can't put that on Cashman. Can't put that on Boone. They're not hitting. They're paid millions of dollars each one of them. They're not hitting. Mhm. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Anthony. Strengthening the point too. Both of you guys are absolutely right. Yeah. DJ too, not hitting. Yeah. Yeah. And how many Newt Rockneys do we know of in baseball that have a magical speech that turns everything around? Hardly ever. This isn't the movie Rudy. This isn't Gene Hackman with Hoosiers. Like it has to, that's what team leaders are for. That's what captains for. They're adults. They're grown men. They got to work this thing. They got to work this thing out together. Yes, and managers helps guide the ship, absolutely. But it's more than that. It's got to be the players. You can't just give the players a free pass, no matter who they are. And yes, Judge's injury hurts. It sucks. It kills them really. But the players have to figure out how to increase their performance, or just play like they would normally play in Judge's absence, which they're not doing. Again, why? How can you blame Boone for that? You can't. Cashman can't. Do we expect Judge to get hurt like this with a shitty wall at Dodger Stadium? No. It's not Cashman's fault. It's not Boone's fault. These are just the realities. Yeah, and Bochy's, Bochy's veteran steady leadership has been a help there. So, and Baker too. And again, the Texas Rangers have really invested the last 2 years too in veteran players. So, and yeah, I agree with that too. These guys, I want a guy who embraces analytics and old school baseball, Alex. Like they'll embrace some analytics, but they're not obsessed and heavily duty reliant on analytics. I don't think that's a good idea. These guys are smart baseball people. Let them be. Again, it's like when you're trading for players, you sign managers because of who they are. You don't say, well, we're going to ignore all the things that you did to help you win those other teams. You're going to come in, you're going to embrace our version of analytics. And if it doesn't work, what do we do? We're going to fire you. And then everybody else will teach them how to call you a bust. Bullshit. Okay? This is the type of stuff that needs to be called out too. Well, it's his string too, yeah. Exactly, Mando. He's got to stop this too. Cashman used to be the fleecer. Now he's becoming the fleeced. So it's that is he made some bad trades last year. Although I'm okay with Efrost trade, he'll be back next year, and he's got 4 more controllable years. So he's a guy. Yeah. Justin Turner's been great for the Reds. But who would have thunk? Who would have thunk he resurrected himself in Boston? So Tyler, man, let's go. You and Mazzy get together and do a makeover, dude. Get him in there, man. 173 likes. I love it. I love it, Texas. Like all the pissed off people. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, man. It's just, it's to me, it's a way of, you don't have to agree with the people that are conducting content creators or the channel holders or whatever to hit the like button. If you're pissed, we want to know that you're pissed. And sometimes we'll use it as a gesture. I'm hitting this like button and I'm giving you a middle finger at the same time. Because a lot of us are doing the same thing. And that's the way we can know that we're doing it together. You know what I mean? And, and like I said, I respect everybody's views and agreeing and disagreeing. But again, if you're going to call me out on something I'm not even doing, then you're not even going to speak here and accuse me of ignoring you. It's not really, I don't really find that credible. So, sue the damn Dodgers, man. Yeah, Tyler. Sue them for like millions, man. Sue their asses for millions. And this is the thing too, Randall. We need protection in the lineup. We need protection all up and down the lineup. Yes, exactly. Small unit cohesion. Yeah. It's like the Navy SEAL thing too. You brainstorm. You don't say I'm the boss. No, you come in, you figure it out. You work together. What's the problem? Let's identify. Let's come up with a solution together. Like in the SEALs and the teams, it's a team effort, right? They work together. So you're absolutely right, Texas. You're absolutely right. And thank you for bringing that up because it is a team. It's a team freaking team effort. Great point, man. That's a great point, Texas. But yeah, sue the Dodgers. LA Drag Dodgers. What's that? I don't know what that is. If they won the World Series in 2017, he might have gotten another year, Wink. But I don't know. I don't know. You know? Well, exactly, Alex. Using your gut along with analytics, yeah, and this is where I think the Yankees are deficient now. And I don't know who's making them reliant on analytics, but that needs to be addressed. Okay, Boone doesn't have the power. He's not gonna play. He's not gonna be like Cashman. Shut up! I'm doing this my way. That's one reason Buck Showalter isn't here because he wouldn't embrace that stuff. That's why he's not here. He wouldn't be a yes man. You know what I mean? So, and again, what he's doing is not necessarily working that well in the Mets either. But at the same time, I don't think they have the right fit on that team over there. The ingredients are not there. So I think Cohen has to make some changes there too. So they were way too reliant on analytics here in the Yankees. You can disagree, Greek boy. It's all good. What do you disagree with, by the way? I'm just curious. This is healthy discussion, dude. I want to know. Sisters of professional indulgence. That's right, but man. That's right. That's right. Dragland. TD, you're crazy, dude. Heimer Candelario. Yeah, I mean, there's talk about him and Lane Thomas potentially being a package deal. I mean, maybe. You know, and again, you want to make a trade like that possible, then it's accept the Mets trade for Josh Donaldson. Get some payroll. Dodgers just give us bets. This is true. We'll call it MAT, make amends trade. I like that, Tyler. It's a good suggestion. I feel so bad. We're gonna give you Mookie Betts. I like that. I like it. Yeah, I appreciate you all for likes. I will wrap it up finally in a minute here. Good to hear your father's doing all right, Lapari. Good to hear good news too. That's good. I'm not, Davey, but I get why you're doing it. I get it. It's all good. I hope they prove people will give up on them wrong. Can't say that they will, but I hope they do. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad they brought Judge back. I think that contract will hamstring them later, but they had to do it. He's a franchise guy. Lane Thomas is right-handed. That's one reason I like. Ryan McMahon for third base, he's lefty. Cody Bellinger, lefty. So I agree. Another lefty in this lineup would be a good idea. Any replacements? Interesting, Greek. Well, I get what you're saying. All right. I love having you on, NFE, man. Always love your insight too, man. I love having different opinions here too. Like I said, it makes the channel better. We're not going to always agree, and that's okay. I don't expect you to come on here and tell me I'm right about everything. I don't need that. Okay. So, your opinions make this better because it forces people like me and other folks to think a little bit differently and try to think of things through your eyes too. We may not always agree, but that's okay. That is okay. The only thing we ask that we be respectful to each other. If you can't do that, you're gonna get called out on it. It's that serious. I mean, it's that simple. So, cannot fire all the players, and I do not think the team is one trade away. No, they're like several trades away from winning it. Several trades, great boy. Several. It's pretty solid across the board, Mr. Persky. He's good contact. He's more of a contact than a power guy, so that's with the power. The stat differential is a little bit more relevant in terms of more power guys. But he's got like 14 home runs. He's got a good average. He hits. So um, he's a guy, and he's him and Arenado number 1 and 2 in defensive metrics and third base position. So Cortez, it was just a standard procedure to extend to get an official timeline as to the DL. So because he's been on long enough to justify keeping him on the 60-day IL, which also keeps him off the 40-man for a little while, so the Yankees can continue to make moves and not have to worry about a 40-man hit. When you get put on the 60-day IL, you take you off the 40-man. So that's I think one of the main reasons, John Kirk. 3 or 4 trades, yeah, 3 or 4 good ones. I would agree. Stump Merrill, you brought, yeah, Billy. Perfect example, man. Perfect stump, yes. Perfect example, my man. Early August for, yeah. He could play no chance in hell. Here comes the money for his walk-up song. His money is not that bad. He makes $10 million less per year than Josh Donaldson does. And he's an elite defender who bats on the lefty side. He's a McMahon throw. I hear you, Robert Johnson. Yeah, Stump was brutal. Same here, Greek boy. We all do. And we go through. We get frustrated. We get emotional. We get angry. It's comes with the territory. That's why the Yankee fans are the most passionate and the greatest fans out there. No matter what. So, yes, indeed. Bob Lemon, exactly. They had some clunkers here. So, clunkers. And, Boone's taken him to the playoffs 5 years in a row. So, you think he's bad. These other guys were awful. Lemon, Stump, like that. You talk about brutal. That's brutal. It's like Oakland A managing type stuff right there. Brutal. This is what it is. So, but they need a better roster. Period. They need to make better moves. Period. We all admit that. We all acknowledge that. We all agree with that. What moves? We don't know. We don't all agree with it, but it is what it is. Bob, yeah. Unfortunate, yeah. Bob Lemon. Yeah. Man. Yeah, the house cream was a brutal problem. Yeah, but we'll see. If Boone all of a sudden takes them to a World Series and they win, how many of the Boone haters can still hate him? Is the question. That'd be my curious question. But the bottom line is, they don't look like a team that's 7 games over 500, and their payroll doesn't make them look like that either. So makes them look worse. But it is what it is. So let me let you go, folks. Thank you for coming on. They lost today. We got Cole on the mound tomorrow, so I feel a hell of a lot better. I really do. And let's be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day. I'm hoping to do a live stream. We can celebrate a damn win. Cole generally is known for breaking up losing streaks, so I feel good about tomorrow. So have a great night, everybody. Peace and love to all of you. Thank you for the likes and especially voicing your pissed off opinions. It's welcome here. It's always welcome here. I don't need you to agree with me all the time. Okay? I'm not going to be on here saying we're the only channel that talks real stuff. If you don't agree with us, you're not real fans. Bullshit. Okay? We're all real fans. We're ride or die with our crew. All right? Peace and love to all of you. See you tomorrow.